welcome back! And you're back with Dusty in ATS. First of all, I'm going to apologise over the past couple of weeks. I've not been recording, I've been having a bit of a radio silence because, for those of you that don't know, I've just recently taken on a full-time contract at work. I'm no longer Christmas temp. I now drive a van for a living with the expectation of getting all the way up to driving these fucking things in real life. And to be fair, life is going great. So I figured today, why not come off a radio silence, we'll thump out a recording and we'll generally have some fun. There are a few things that I want to talk to some of you about that are going to be happening soon. One thing is the Volvo build. Another thing is a group that I'm with for the Volvo. We've got a car show coming up. So what we'll do is we're going to get into it. We're going to find a load of some description and go from there. We'll find something interesting to take. You know what, I think that load of pipe at the beginning, that load of pipe, that's a very long load. Santa Maria, that's still too long. I don't want to take a dumper. You know what? Let's see what's in Winnemucca. We'll go to Winnemucca and pick up away if there's anything decent. Don't look like it. Looks like I've got a mod that needs to come out. The shadow on that's red. You know what the hell? We've got a couple of tippers. Where's Kingman? Soy. Let's go into Reno. We don't want to go back to Reno. Right, tell you what, we're going to go to Kingman. Might take a couple of episodes to do, but I'm more than happy. Right, let's get into this. It's been a while since I last played this. Right, as I was saying, we've got some new things coming up. The Volvo build. Just recently, thank you to one of my Volvo friends called Matty Stamp, who sent me up a mesh grill. I really am having a bit of trouble at the minute. Right, that'll do. I've always wanted a mesh grill for the Volvo, and he sent me one up, which I have modified to my own taste. I know that some people aren't very keen on how I've got it set up, but for those of you, well, I think everyone knows where the Volvo badge sits on the grille. It sits in the centre. I've actually moved it off to one side so it looks different. At least that was the plan of it. I like how it looks. Personally, as I said as I've said to people, it's up to me how I get my car to look. If I want it to be like that, it's going to be like that. You can argue with me all you want, I don't care. That's how it's staying. Another thing is, I am a member of a page called volvotuning.net, and we have a meet coming up next month on the 19th at Duxford, so that's going to be an interesting one. It'll be the first meet I've been to with the car that I've got now, so that should be pretty interesting. So if any of you want to come up and see the cars, the 19th of March is the date for that, so grab your kids, grab your family, come along, have a good day out, because it is the Imperial War Museum, and that's why I say it's going to be interesting seeing a load of Volvos in and around planes. And then I'm going to go on to a more serious note now. Now, I know that a lot of you have already heard this story, but I'm going to put it in as well. Rules of things in life that you don't do, ever, period. Don't care who you are, you just don't do it. And one of those rules in my book is you never touch another man's wheels. You stay away from them. And of course, those of you that know what I'm talking about, is a lovely old man from the village of Bilbury, who just recently had his car vandalised by writing "move" and everything all over his car, scratching it into the paintwork. They smashed his windows, and the stupid thing is the reason why. He has a yellow Vauxhall Corsa. At the end of the day, who cares? It's his car. If he wants a bright yellow bloody Mini Cooper, or he wants a lime green Ford Focus RS, who cares? It's not your choice. You don't do that to someone else's car. If he wants to own a car that looks like that, you let him. Jesus Christ, if someone did that to my car, I'd be painting with blood everywhere. I don't agree with what people have done to his beloved car, and the worst part is the repair bill is upwards of £6,000. To be fair, what I'd like to do is I want to fork out for a CCTV camera for the poor bloke, and even put it up to keep an eye on his precious car. But the one thing is I do like his retaliation. He said, if I can't afford to get this car repaired, I'm going to go and I'm going to get another one. This time it's going to be in lime green. Well, you know what that says to the rest of the village, don't you? Shove it up your fucking arse. I don't care. If I want to be different, I'm going to be different. And hat off to you, mate. You do that. And you know what? We'll all back you up 100% all the way. And if it happens again, we're all going to come down to that village and we're all going to park up in Larry vehicles. We're going to show that village that it's not wrong to own a Larry car. And I bet at least one person across there, right, in Bilbury, has got either a bright green Ford Focus RS or one in that leery orange colour that looks absolutely disgusting, the chavviest colour you can get one in. It just really grinds my gears that someone has gone and done that to this poor old bloke's car. It's his only mode of transport. It's completely uncalled for, and I really do feel sorry for the chap. But as I say, I know that a lot of you are probably fed up with hearing people ramble on about that story, but it really gets on my nerves the fact that people have gone out and done that. It's not nice at all. And from what I actually gather, going on to the people going down there, is we actually do have people going down there. From volvotuning.net for what we call a gull meet, which actually readily consists of yellow Volvos, because Volvos have a custard yellow colour, which I actually wanted to get my V70 sprayed in, but Shannon's actually talked me out of doing it. She reckons it wouldn't look right. I just thought it might be a bit different, so I was all game for it, but there you go. And to be honest, it probably wouldn't look right, so I do agree with Shannon as well in the same respect. But no, we've got hopefully got a load of Volvo tuning lads going down. I will get the link to the group off one of the members. Called Matty B, and we'll get anyone who wants to go to it, who watches my videos, go to it, show your support. That's all we can ask for. The poor bloke didn't deserve it, he didn't ask for it, and neither did he need it. Got to go into this way station, great. Oh. The list of things to do to my Volvo, we're going to go back across to that before I do get too angry about the old man's yellow Corsa. It's a very, very sore subject for a lot of people. Onto the list of things to do to my Volvo. Now, we've done the exhaust, which a lot of you have seen. I don't know what happened there, it seemed to lag out a bit. I've got a very funny feeling that I really do need to get some new RAM installed in the computer. But now, as you all know, I have the exhaust fitted, I've now got the grille done. Hopefully we're going to be having a vlog come out over the next couple of days. I'm planning on going to see a spray shop, and we're going to get the front bumper done, which means a slightly more aggressive look on the front end, It's VR bumper off the V70R all-wheel drive and the normal R, the successor to the 850R. And I've got one, which has actually been on all three of my previous cars. So hopefully we can get that sprayed up, get that installed with any luck. Sooner rather than later. I'll want to try and get it installed before the 19th of March for Duxford, so I can start to get the car looking right. Another thing is hopefully trying to get the windows tinted. Got to find somewhere that will do what I want to the car, because I want a limo black around the rear windows, and actually really want like a very light smoke on the front too. And a lot of tinting places won't actually do it now because you're not supposed to have any tint whatsoever on the front too. But I say, fuck the police. It's my car. I'll do what I fucking want. So long as obviously the tint ain't too dark. I don't want a copper turning round to me and saying, I've got to rip that off, because it'll ruin the glass. So I'd rather not do that. If I can at least help it anyway. Another thing that I've got to try and get done to it soon, I'm not overly fussed about doing it right at this present moment in time, is the lowering. I'm also having a thought about something very interesting for it. Now, I don't know how easy it's going to be to do. I'm looking at doing it. It's not set in stone, but I am going to do it. Is so many people these days supercharge, not supercharge, they turbo the vehicles. And I kept on thinking, I'm going to turbo mine. And then I thought to myself, why should I follow the crowd? Why should I jump on the bandwagon? So I came up with this harebrained scheme, if you will, to supercharge the Volvo. I don't know, as I say, how easy it's going to be. Money is an object with that, because superchargers to buy is a box kit, and for my car I'd have to get it custom made, most likely. Is not going to be a very cheap venture, so that's something that's going to, if it does happen, is going to be a while before it does. So once I've got the Volvo to how I want it for now, then there will be a slight radio silence until I can get the money together to physically get the supercharger, and then I've got a fork out to get it fitted, because of the fact that there is custom wiring that needs to be done, ECU, etc., so on and so forth. It'd probably end up being a second brain going into the car, so to speak. So I'd have my standard engine ECU, and then I'll have another ECU hardwired into that ECU just specifically for the charger, which will be for the boost map, which is going to take a lot of doing. I've got an idea on where the car will go for the job. But the main thing is with the supercharger is, as far as I know, it is going to be the only V70 in the country. I don't know about the world, but as far as I know, in the country of my era that has got a supercharger in it without swapping the engine out. Now, the easiest way to probably supercharge the car is to do the LS swap. And don't get me wrong, I like the idea of a V8 in the Volvo, but I don't want to lose that 5-cylinder noise. It is one of a kind. There are very, very few cars that can claim to own that sound. Just a couple of the Audi Quattro and the Fiat Punto HGT, I believe, had a 5-cylinder. And that's what makes it unusual, really, because it's a completely different engine. It's an odd number of cylinders for starters, and I'm fine with that. I like the idea of having those odd cylinders. The car sounds great, especially with the exhaust on it, and that's how it's going to be. And that's why I wanted to stay a 5-cylinder. So it's a no-no to the LS swap, and it's just going to be a 5-cylinder with a supercharger on it. At the moment, the car is anywhere between probably about 180 brake and 200 brake. I don't know exact figures. I've not had it on a dyno test yet. The power might be a bit less than that due to the age of the car, and I need to get it Terra cleaned. But when that happens, hopefully we'll see a bit of a difference when I stick my foot down in it. At the moment, though, I do have a friend who has got a Ford Fiesta ST, which is running about, I think he said it was something like 175, and he struggles to keep up with me. So it's a good notion. If I put my foot down, his Fiesta doesn't keep up quite as well as you'd have thought it would have done. But there you go. I do have a brick that, well, I do have a turbo. Well, it's a non-turbo brick, but it's quick enough. But hopefully that's what's currently in store for the Volvo. And to me, it's how I want the car to be. I want boost, I really do want boost, but I want to do it without having a turbo on it. I want a steady gain in power. I don't want the lag. I know you can get anti-lag for turbos, but it's not what I want. So I'm not overly fussed about all of that, and that's how it's going to be, straight off. And on another note, I'm hoping that I've finally got the audio sorted off my microphone, because I know that I've been having an awful lot of trouble with it in a lot of the previous videos since I changed my mic. So hopefully, as I say, I've now got it sorted. which will be a bonus. Now, I think onto another thing is, I want to know from everybody here, what would you want to see in my channel next? I'm up for a challenge, so if people want to put me for a challenge, I will do the challenge to my best. Just as long as it's not something stupid like the Bleeding Cinnamon challenge or like that. That is all bloody stupid. And I'd like you to put them in the comments below, please. I will reply, and the winner of that to issue me a challenge will be announced in my next video, and the challenge shall be done. And on that note, I didn't realise that this was it. And on that note, everybody, thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content, remember, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button to tell me that you've enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you all later.